In this video, I want to share with you the one thing that totally shifted my experience here on planet Earth, that totally made my experience here on this planet way more peaceful and more smooth and flowing. And this is, I feel like, is being overlooked a lot. I feel like usually people are, when they try to manifest their reality, or when they try to call in the life that they want to be happy, they want to be peaceful, they want to feel love, right? And all these things are amazing. But there is one thing that is being overlooked that I want to share with you today. Shh, don't tell anyone. I'm just kidding. If you resonate with this, you more than free to share this video with your friends and family, because I can tell you that this is something I've been putting into practice for the last few years, and it's totally shifted my experience. And this is me talking from my own experience, and you take what resonates, leave what doesn't resonate. If it's your first time here, or if you're coming back, welcome or welcome back. My name is Hannah. I'm an intuitive chakra healer, energy weaver, and somatic guide. I first of all want to share about overarching facts around being a human here on planet Earth. I don't know if you felt this, but if you are a human, I'm pretty sure you felt this, that life here on planet Earth are kind of going like this. Like a roller coaster. Like you can be on a high, and you can be on a low. Maybe some of you felt more the lows. Maybe some of you felt more the highs. And the fact is that being a human, it is totally normal and totally okay and totally natural to go through these things, because when we come here to this planet Earth, we come here on a soul level, not in a conscious level. On a soul level, we come here to experience all of the experiences, and the rainbow of arc that the human experience has to offer is the most beautiful, magical experiences, as well as the most dense, tough experiences. So one thing that has been really transforming my experience, or my ability to surf the waves with grace, okay? The one thing that really helped me in doing that is setting an intention to not necessarily to be happy or to be peaceful, but my intention is to be okay with being not okay, right? My intention is to, whenever there's like rough wave, to be okay, just like surfing the wave. And this is the thing that I wanted to come here and share with you, because this specific intention that I've been setting for the last few years, I've been using this, and I can tell you it totally shifted my experience. Because it's not that I will tell you like, oh, my life is only magical and it's beautiful. And I will tell you that there's a lot of beautiful, magical things happening in my life, but there are moments that I feel angry, there are moments that I feel triggered, there are moments that I feel grief, there are moments that I feel sadness. But I'm not trying to get out of those states and be in the high states, or just being in the happy states, because it is actually part of the human experience. And can I love those vibrations inside of me, as well as all of these vibrations? It's something I created. So we as humans, we tend to kind of judge experiences and feelings as good or bad, right? We tend to judge experiences as good or bad. However, nothing really is good or bad. When I understood this, it's really like did a total switch in my brain that it was kind of hard for me to reconcile for a moment. But when for example, what came up for me when this download came to me, it was like the belief that I have around believing that fear is bad. And this is not a belief that someone told me. No one came to me and said to me, Hannah, fear is a bad thing. Remember, fear is a bad thing. No one came to me and ever said something like that to me. But from experiencing the world around me and seeing the people, how people are reacting to fear, and how people are responding to fear, and their kind of unconscious layers of the belief systems that are happening in the background, and the unconscious layers. It's like an energetic entanglements that are happening in the background, in the unconscious, that they're bringing our experience forward. And the reality is that fear is not a bad thing. Being sad is not a bad thing. It just is. It is part of the human experience. And something that my mentor has been teaching me for a while that's been a huge key for me as well is, can you release the story from like, we like to label feelings. We like to label, oh, this is fear, it's bad. This is sadness, it's bad. Oh, happiness is great. Joy and love is amazing, is good, right? But if we're able to release this story about the feeling, about what it brings up, maybe it brings up a memory, maybe there's a story, experience that happened in our lives, and when we're able to release the story and be with the pure vibration underneath the story, just the pure vibration in the body, and just give it space and allow it to just be here. From a neutral place, we can also bring curiosity and we can also bring love to it. And when we are giving space to it, and then we're coming from a neutral place that then brings curiosity and empathy and love toward it, that's how we truly give space, and we're not kind of rejecting parts of ourselves. Because at the end of the day, if we go to the most neutral place, if there's a vibration that shows up in my body, this is a vibration that I have created it. It's like art. It's like, think of a room full of different art pieces that you've created. Maybe some of the art pieces are black or white. Maybe some of the art pieces are very colorful. Maybe there's an art that the frame is half broken, right? And who said that this is a bad thing? This is the art. This is part of it. It's beautiful. You've created it, right? So can I love this art that I have created? And when I'm giving it space and being curious about it and give it empathy and love, that's where I can actually transmute those, and I can actually transmute those sensations back into coherence. But I'm not coming with the mindset of, I want to fix it, or I want to change it, or I don't want to feel those feelings, but I actually invite them in and including them in. Wow, what is this pain in my shoulder? Wow, what is this fear that I feel in my stomach? What's the vibration of that in my stomach? What's the pure vibration of that fear, right? And just being curious about it and give it space, right? And when we're doing that, we're giving it's like inclusive, like we're inclusively bring all the experiences that we experience as humans, all the rainbow of feelings, all the rainbow of emotions, all the rainbow of vibrations that we get to experience here as humans in this human body. And when you get to that point, when you're able to, first of all, being okay with not being okay. And then that's the first step. And then from there, you're starting to give space to all of the vibrations that you've created inside of you. And you start to be curious about it. And you start to actually like being able to love them, because it's an art, it's a vibration that you have created. If you're able to do that, you will kind of take yourself out of a lot of sufferings, because the way that you relate to yourself and the way that you relate to the vibrations that you've created inside of you is a totally different way. So it's like almost like you put a totally different lens that you experience reality and the world from. And once you're able to experience that reality from, you're then able, through that, when you're doing it for yourself, you're teaching others. You don't have to like be there and tell people, oh, this is what you can share for sure. But it's not about talking about it. It's about embodying it. It's about embodying it in your energy. It's about embodying it in your cells. So then the people around you receive that transmission through your energy. Because the way the energy communicates is not the way that we communicate as humans with words, right? Because let me tell you, right now I'm talking to you, and there's what I'm saying to you, but there's also an energy exchange that's happening right now, right? So whatever I'm saying is one thing, but when you're watching this video, there's an energy exchange that's happening in a very subtle layers that you're not even consciously maybe aware of. So depending where you are, in order for you to really leave that type of lifestyle and like be okay with being not okay, all you need to do to start with is to set that intention in the field. And you can even say, my intention is to be okay with being not okay. And you keep saying that, and that's kind of like a background intention that you always have. And then you'll notice slowly, it's not flip the switch overnight. Energy doesn't work like that. It's like a slow unfolding process. You know how, like, for example, when you're like losing weight, for example, and when you're in the process of losing weight, sometimes you can't notice it because you live with yourself every day. You see yourself every day in the mirror. But when you look at photos, 6 months apart, you're like, wow, there's huge difference. I can really tell the difference, right? Because it's like a slow process that happens over time that is kind of unfolding. So slowly, you're going to start noticing that whenever you're feeling like a more dense emotion, like grief, or pain or anger, whatever the thing is, you're going to start noticing that instead of being kind of taken by the wave, you're like kind of surfing the wave, right? So you kind of like, you're really able to be and give yourself space to be in this feeling of being not okay, because it is normal and it is part of the human experience. Right? I will give you a little bonus, something that I've noticed from my experience, from my world. It wasn't my intention at all. But one thing I've noticed when this is something that I've been practicing in my life, one thing I've noticed is that it's happening less and less and less and less when I get to those moments of more like dense feelings. It's definitely when it's coming, I'm giving it space as much as I can. I will be honest with you, sometimes I forget, right? Sometimes I'm like in a place of like reacting. Like if I'm triggered, I'm in a place of reacting. I wouldn't tell you I'm okay with it. I'm pretty pissed about it. And I'm pretty like, so that's okay. But when you're conscious of it, when I'm conscious of it and I'm noticing it, and I'm kind of like, oh wow, okay, this is what's happening right now. Can I just allow myself to be in this place for now? Just to be. Without trying to fix it, without trying to change it, without trying to move away from it, just really giving it space. One thing I've noticed is that it's happening less and less, and that there's way more joy and there's way more peace and there's way more groundedness and there's way more love available. Because even when those moments, when I really give them space to be here, when I really am able to give myself the space to be in those sensations that could be translated in, oh, this is an uncomfortable sensation. When I'm really able to sit with this sensation and give it space and love it, the thing that happens automatically, that this is not something that I'm intending to, but what's happening automatically when I give it space and I truly sit with it, is that it automatically transmutes. And then the more I do it, it's like I'm kind of training myself to be able to give myself the space that I need in the moments that are more dense. And then what happens is that the process happens faster. So the other day it happened to me with my dog, because my dog, she can get a little too anxious sometimes, and I'm more like the avoidant type of personality, and she has been going through a phase where she's even more anxious. And I know why. I don't want to give the whole story about that because it's not important. But the idea is that it really, really made like me pissed off. And then I was noticing that I was feeling guilty and I was feeling bad that I was pissed off, because I can tell that she really needs something. Immediately, I kind of laid down with myself and I was noticing that the sensation inside of me, the guilt inside of me, the sensation of how it felt in my stomach and like how it was really, really uncomfortable. And I just purely just like gave it space to be here, right? And when I did that, like something softened inside of me, and then I had also more space to have for her, to hold space for her. So that's something that I kind of wanted to share with you. And I'm inviting you to share in the comments below your thoughts about this, anything that's coming up for you. I would love to hear from you. And if you haven't already, make sure to like and subscribe to my channel for more content about, the energy weaving and chakras and just like reality stuff, and things that I've noticed and experienced in my journey that's been really helpful for me and sharing from my experience. I'm also inviting you to check the links in the description below. There's a few free resources that I would like to gift to you, and there's some other surprises and things that you may be interested in. So thank you for watching.